All right, welcome back to another Oxford Friday Night Lights crew play-by-play analysis. I like to take some of the open play matches from our crew that we've got here in Oxford, Florida, and do a little match analysis. We've got a good crew of 3.5 to 4.5 players, so I take a little video footage and break it down because I think sometimes that's actually more helpful in some ways than watching the pros play. Obviously, we can learn a lot from watching the pros, but in some ways it's sometimes not helpful because it's like, oh, come on, I can't do that. At least not yet. I mean, so if I could do that, I would be a pro. So sometimes it's more helpful to, I think, watch and learn from your own peers because that's a little bit more achievable and actionable and practical than trying to imitate Ben Johns and Anna Lee, where I'm like, okay, come on. Those are like beyond next level. So I'm Coach Haley. Let's get into it. All right, good serve, good return. Boom. Okay, so I didn't just put that there to highlight moi. I put that in there because what I wanted to highlight there is the importance of your targets when you are, so you're the server's partner. So here I'm serving Christian on the other side. So on the other side, we've got Christian and Christine, and I'm playing with Roberto here on this near side. So Christian hits a good, decent return to Roberto. And he's coming in now. See, he's the one that's coming in from hitting his return. And so Roberto does the smart thing. When you're on the serving team and trying to work your way into the net, it's always good to target the player that's the player that just returned the ball. Because obviously the other partner, they're already up there. They're already up there just waiting, hanging out at the kitchen, at the non-volley zone line. So you don't want to hit it to them. So Christian's still trying to move into the kitchen. He did try and split step, but Roberto did a great job of hitting this right at Christian's feet. Christian kind of caught him a little bit behind. He popped it up, and I'm able to come in and just get that easy put away. So I look like the hero here, but Roberto is the one that set me up by hitting the right shot at the right player. So just, emphasizing that it's important to pick the right targets when you're playing these points, play percentage pickleball. You don't always have to be a hero. We're not trying to rip winners. That was just good, smart percentage play, hitting it at Christian's feet as he's trying to get into the kitchen line and slightly off balance. And that enabled the easy pop-up that I was able to put away with ease. Okay, Christian serving, nice slice return from Roberto. Yes. Okay. So this goes back. I don't know if you watched my last video. My last video, I emphasized, okay, the what is the most underutilized shot in pickleball? Underrated, maybe. I don't know if it's underutilized, but I think it's underrated. Roberto demonstrates it perfectly here with his return. Is, I think, one of the most underutilized / underrated shots in intermediate, we'll say intermediate / advanced pickleball, is the slice return. In tennis we call it chip and charge, but here he did a great job. He had a beautiful slice return that had a lot of air under it, but went deep. And that enabled Roberto to get into the kitchen. And also, like I said before in that last video, a lot of these players, especially at the intermediate level, they don't know how to handle that. It's a slow ball coming at them. It's got a lot of backspin on it. They don't know what to do with it. And so Christine didn't quite know how to handle that shot. You see it coming slow. She steps in, and again, it probably just didn't bounce how she wanted to. She pops it up, and that enabled me to have that easy put away. So again, thank you, Roberto, for making me look good, but you, again, hit by hitting the right shot. So you can make your partner look good by hitting the right shot and setting them up through, smart shot selection and hitting your targets. And then, hey, I look like a hero, which I'm not complaining about, so. All right, I'm serving. Christine's returning. Oh, yeah. Oh, pull him wide. Go back wide. Yes. Trying to attack that middle. Roberto gets in. Look at that shift. Yep. Working the point. All right, so I love this point. There's a lot going on here that I think is really good. Okay, so I'm going to just slow it down. I'm going to just try and slow-mo through this a little bit. Okay, so here we go. I serve. Nice deep serve. Okay, first of all, now this is my next shot in terms of, or my next, if the slice return is the most underutilized or underrated shot, then here's one shot I want you to add into your repertoire. And it's the one where you go, if you're hitting a forehand, where you're going behind the right side player. So here's what I'm going to do, okay? So Christian, you can see on the other side, he's doing what he should do. He's kind of, you know, cheating towards that middle a little bit. And you see how where his paddle is? He's ready to hit that backhand. So I'm able to hit it behind him and make him reach a little bit, and didn't quite get him as off balance as I wanted to, but he didn't hit a great shot from that. So then from here, so you know, when he hits that, when you know what you have to do when you start to try and hit it behind him, well, then the players have to shift. Okay, so now they're shifting that way. So I get this ball right here, and then what I do is I move it back to the other side. So now they have to shift back the other way. So now you see how I'm starting to get them moving, okay? So now I'm dropping it to Christine's backhand on this shot on the left side. So you see how now they have to shift back again. So then she hits it into the middle, which I'm laying in wait, I'm waiting. Where do you think I'm gonna hit that shot? Boom, back to Christian's forehand again. So you see how I'm working the point, going behind to Christian's forehand. I'm working it again, dropping it in the pocket to Christine's backhand, and then ready and waiting to hit another forehand, you know, which wasn't quite a put away, but sometimes that's all you're waiting for is, you know, I could have, you know, put it away, but Christian got a paddle on it there. There we go, Christian got a paddle on it. And see, now I take over. I'm ready for that ball in the middle, and I'm starting to go on the attack. Okay, I wasn't quite ready for this one, but I was able to get a paddle on it. Christian's wearing a kind of a little hands battle. Roberto was there. I like Roberto's providing me backup. Good job, Roberto. You see how I shift? So again, you see how I'm shifting. So I'm not giving him that wide open down the middle. Now I can't squeeze that middle anymore. I need to shift myself. So I'm taking away that easy attack down the line that Christian could technically hit at that point in time. And now he does a good job of resetting it. Now this is not an attackable ball, so I can't go on the attack here, but I can still work the point, and that's what I do. I drop it back into that backhand pocket of Christine, and then I get the shot that I want, you know, targeting that backhand, which is usually, you know, sometimes not players' strong suit. She picks it, pops it up, gives me that attackable ball down the middle that I'm waiting for, and again, where do I go? Back to Christian's forehand side, okay? And you see he got chicken winged, okay? So you see how I'm working that point back and forth, and keeping them off balance and not ever able to kind of get into a rhythm and making sure and just get comfortable squatting on the line, okay? If you're not dinking with intention, if you're not trying to start to construct these points, that's what you need to start doing. You're not dinking just for the sake of dinking. You're dinking because you're trying to elicit a mistake from the other team. And that's what I was doing here by kind of keeping them, okay, shifting from one side to the other, until finally I was able to get that put away, that forehand volley put away, and win the point. So I love that point. I love that play. And so if that's one shot I want you to get into your repertoire, on that left side, you see when I'm able to move around that backhand, hit that inside out forehand and kind of put it behind the right side player as opposed to going to the middle or attacking the backhand of the left side player. You know, that's something that I get a lot of points from. Okay, so let's watch that one more time in its entirety. Deep serve, here I go, forehand to the Christian's right side, playing the court, backhand, back to the forehand, down the middle, trying to attack it. Roberto gets in there, shift, okay, slow it down. Now I go back on the attack. That's how it's done. All right, here we go. Christine's serving, slice return, look at that. Oh, that's just nasty. That's nasty. So yeah, again, see how I hit that slice return? Christian couldn't really get much on that shot that he hit right back to me, which, you know, might not be the worst player, but, you know, I was ready for it, and I'm able to kind of just get a little finesse and angle backhand volley, little nasty little shot there, and win the point. So again, just emphasizing that, you know, the setup there was that slice backhand that I hit. So let's watch that one more time. Okay, slice return. Christian can't do much with it, and I'm just ready to hit that angle backhand. Easy peasy, kind of. All right, Christian's serving. Roberto's returning. Good. Oh, good defense. Oh, trying to hit that put away backhand. Good oh, another angle backhand. Oh, what is you doing, baby? That was a put away. I had it. What is you doing, baby? Why didn't you take that out of the air? What is you doing? That's it. Good job. Oh, we got her now. Boom. Oh, no, but he missed it. He missed it there at the end. Okay, so that was a great point. Kudos to Christian and Christine on the other team. Their defense was A+ on that point. Christian and I had, sorry, not Christian, Roberto and I had every opportunity to win that point, and you know, we couldn't put it away. So let's back this up and let's see what happened here. So good serve from Christian, good return from Roberto. Okay, he's moving in as he should. He's ready to take that forehand. He's keeping them pushed back. No, actually that one was a little short, but she, you know, she popped it up. Here I've got the put away, or I thought so, but she did a good job. Good defense there, being able to scoop that up. And Roberto, I mean, he usually has a phenomenal like cross court backhand, but Christian was ready for it. Pops it up again. I'm trying to aim it again. I missed it. Roberto goes for the wide cross court backhand again, but not too wide that he can hit an ATP off of it. Again, I shift. Now, when I'm asking, what is you doing, baby? Because you look at all that wide open court. Look at all that wide. And where do I hit it? Where do I hit it? I hit it back to the other player. Oh my goodness. See, I could have won the point right there if I would have hit it straight ahead into that wide open court. So doink, doink, doink. That's my problem. I don't know. I think I just didn't have the right angle. I think I was a little caught somehow, or whatever was going on. That's my excuse. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I don't know. But I definitely should have won the point right there. Look at how far off the court Christian was. And I hit it back to the one player that's on the court. So anyway, moving on. Okay, so here I am. Christine does a good job again. I'm trying to keep them back. See, I tried to hit that roll forehand to keep them deep again. Another great pop-up. And that one, now that one I think, I mean, it was shallow enough. I really think Roberto should have taken that out of the air. I mean, look at that. It barely... Yeah, I mean, that wasn't even the kitchen, you know, that's outside of it. He should have taken that in the air, taken away their reaction time. I think he would have hit a more penetrating shot. He did the right thing. He did hit it at Christian's feet right there, but I think it would have been a little bit more penetrating if it would have come, especially because he's tall. I mean, you're really tall. Take advantage of that. Go ahead and hit that overhead and that angle, you know, trying to hit that deep penetrating shot at your feet. Okay, so here I am trying to put it away. Christine's on the move again. Hits it to Roberto. He looks like he's got it here. Oh, and he just, at the end, he just overhit it. So, you know, we had every opportunity to win that point. Again, kudos to Christian and Christine. So that last shot at the end, he had her on the move. He had her off balance. And again, targeting the player that's, you know, coming to the net and, you know, in an off balance fashion. She wasn't split step. She wasn't coming in with control. And, you know, he had it. He just, you know, didn't get enough topspin on it to keep it in the court. So I think that's a case of win the battle, lose the war. But again, kudos to Christian and Christine for the impeccable defense on that point. All right. Yep, there's that shot again. There's that shot again. So, yep, the one I'm telling you to add into your repertoire. Okay, so good, you know, I hit the serve. Okay, Christine hits the return, you know, and I, as a left side player, see how I'm moving in. All right. Now, this might be a hard shot because, and I understand why people are afraid to hit it, because if you don't hit it, you know, that great, well, you might just be setting yourself up for, you know, an easy getting crushed with their forehand, okay? But you see how, yeah. See where Christian is? You see how hard he is squeezing that middle right there, which he should be. I mean, you know, he's playing percentage pickleball. He's squeezing the middle. Okay, I'm going to try and take advantage of it. You want to try and put it in the pocket. You know, it doesn't even have to be in the kitchen at this point because this isn't really a dink. But, you know, you want to aim it for like maybe just beyond the kitchen line, about 1.5 feet, a foot inside the line. So just out of reach of your opponent. Here we go. See how I do that? See how I caught him? Yep. And he was caught off balance. So he was, again, waiting to squeeze that middle and waiting for that ball down the middle. I'm able to hit it behind him. So, again, if you don't have that shot in your repertoire, time to add it into your repertoire. Okay, good job. All right. Christine with the serve. Haley with the return. Deep return. Yeah, okay. So what happened here? Yeah, Christine serves. I hit a good deep return. See, I like to hit kind of like a slow moving deep return. You know, I'm not trying to win a lot of points off my return directly. I just like to get in and get into the kitchen. It's kind of not like tennis in that regard. You're not trying to rip winners, you know, you're just trying to get the point going and hitting high percentage shots, put yourself in the best position to hit the next ball. So I did that. I hit it, you know, a nice deep shot. Christine hits it back. Okay, so I hit a, just a regular block volley back to Christian. He is ready for it. He gets back to it. Now here is where I think the fatal mistake was made. Now you see where I'm stepping in to hit that backhand. I really think, I think it probably would have been better if Roberto would have stepped in and taken that. I think I did it because it didn't seem like Roberto was going to go in and get that shot. I think he was deferring to me a little bit, which is good in some cases. Probably would have been better for Roberto to just step in and hit that forehand, especially because he does have a really powerful forehand volley. And so that, basically enables the error to come next. So watch this. Yeah. So she just hits too good of a shot at my feet. If Roberto would have shifted, I think he should have shifted a little bit more and just taken that forehand and ripped it, and hit a speed up at that point in time. We would have had a better chance of winning that point. Me trying to step in and take that with the backhand. It wasn't a bad backhand, but it wasn't enough. I wasn't ready for the next shot, and I missed it. And so I think, and I think I'm guilty of this too. Sometimes it's okay to be a little bit more aggressive if you're that left side player. It is okay to step in and kind of cover that middle and, up to like 1 foot, or so on the other, for our level play of that right side player. So, that's okay. I think I'm guilty of that too. I feel like I'm too polite sometimes. Maybe you're feeling too polite. Oh, I want to let them get some shots. You don't want to feel like a ball hog. So it's like, oh, I'll let them get it. I'll let them get it. As opposed to, hey, if you're on the left side in particular, yeah, you can go for a few more of those shots. Okay. Now, if you're on the right side and you're trying to step in and take a lot of those balls, well then, yeah, you are going to be seen as a little bit of a ball hog unless you're a left-handed player, in which case that's different. So I'll take the L on this one. That was my bad. All right, Christian with the return. I step in. Yep. Okay, hitting that pocket. Oh, good move, Roberto. Yep, and I put it behind her again. Okay, same, so running that same play. I'm running that same play in various different capacities. So that one was more from the kitchen line. But again, you see that how effective it can be to try and hit it behind him. Again, I got her chicken winged. So I'm aiming for that right hip. She couldn't get there, right? So that her elbow's pointing down. She can't get her paddle down there and targeting that side of the player. So let's back that up. Let's watch it again. Okay, so serving it, good return from Christian. I step in. See, that's an example of what I'm talking about. Hey, if you're the left side player, that's when it's okay for you to step in, a foot or two to that right side court players because you're going to be more aggressive with that forehand. So Roberto gets out of my way. I'm trying to hit that. I drop it to Christine. There we go. She gets it back. And again, now I'm trying to work the point. So now I'm going to hit it trying to drop it to Christian's backhand. I didn't quite place it as well, so it went to him. I didn't move him quite as well as I could have. Now he does a good job of hitting an angled backhand here. Makes me move a little bit. And I'm able to hit a little drop. And again, Roberto's doing a good job there, squeezing that middle. He's exactly where he needs to be, especially as a big guy like that. He's ready to take whatever's coming. All right, Christian gets it back to me, and because I wasn't up at the kitchen line, I was able to go on the attack with this shot. So, I was basically moving into the shot. I saw red meat. I go and I hit it behind Christine. You see again, she wasn't ready for it, waiting for that backhand, in that backhand stance, and boom. So, yeah, that's the key points today. The making sure that if you can practice, go out in your next match and see if you can practice hitting behind that right side player and starting to work the point side to side, catching them off guard, aiming for that right hip, right shoulder a little bit more, catching them off balance. If you don't have that shot in your repertoire, I'd highly encourage you to start working on it. So thanks for tuning in. Comments, questions, anything like that, drop a comment below. And if you see something I didn't, let me know. I'm always open to hear feedback and other people's perspectives and analysis. Like, subscribe, all the things. We'll see you on the next one.